The Texans lost 36-42 versus Tennessee Titans in overtime. Now let me just say this. I hate overtime. I think overtime is dumb. Like, not necessarily the rules. I mean, I guess somewhat the rules. But, like, the options that other people are recommending with overtime, I think they're dumb. Like, some people want college overtime rules, which is dumb. Like, college overtime rules, like, completely takes the defense out of the equation for the most part. I think the NFL should have a version of the college overtime rules, but actually make the opposing teams drive down all the way down the field. So, for example, Derrick Henry scores a touchdown. The Titans would then have to, kick the PAT, whatever, go for two, whatever they want to do. And then they kick the ball off, and the Texans get the ball again. I think those should be the overtime rules, but whatever. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of you guys are actually going to agree with that because a lot of people actually complain about the overtime rules, but I mean, whatever. I mean, Deshaun Watson knew the game was lost the second, the Titans won the toss. Like, they broadcasted the coin toss, and Deshaun was, like, upset. He was like, oh, man, he wanted to win the toss because whoever won the toss was going to probably win the game the way the game was being played. No defense. I mean, early on, Tennessee was playing defense, but the Texans got going in the second half. Deshaun Watson spectacular. Like, this was a vintage 2017 Deshaun Watson rookie game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, or actually not necessarily rookie, but like just, I guess, a vintage Texans Watson game. Watson balls out, has the Texans in position to win against a good team. Defense chokes. And that's what happened today. And I know there's going to be quite a few people complaining about Romeo Crennel going for two there. Like, towards the end of the game, Texans are up 1, Texans get a touchdown, they go up 7, and then Romeo Crennel goes for 2. That was the right call. That was 100% the right call. Why? Look what happened. If Romeo Crennel would have opted to kick the field goal, the PAT, the Texans go up 8. Guess what? The same exact thing happens again. The Titans drive down the field, they get the touchdown, and then they get the 2-point conversion. Because damn well the Texans aren't going to stop it. The defense wasn't stopping anything. You guys need to understand, the way the game was going, it was smart to put the game in Watson's hands. Randall Cobb was open. I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Jeffrey Simmons. He just, put his hand up in the air and happened to knock the ball off. But Randall Cobb was wide open for a 2-point conversion. If the Texans would have got that, they would have been up 9 points, and that would have been the game. So whoever is out here complaining about, he should have kicked the PAT. No, you're wrong. Because the Texans were simply not going to stop the Titans. And the Titans, they probably would have done the same exact thing if they were in the Texans' situation. Because the Titans' defense, they weren't stopping Deshaun Watson. I mean, honestly, whenever the Titans went up, I believe it was like, a 21-7. I was like, okay, that's game. But the Texans somehow managed to make it a game again. They even went up 23-21. Obviously, Kaimi Fairbairn missed a PAT, which actually would have came back and costed the Texans. But I mean, I believe Gostkowski also missed a field goal, and I believe he missed a PAT as well. No, he had one blocked. So he missed a field goal, and he had a field goal blocked. So it kind of evens out there, I guess you could say. But Tennessee, whenever they got the ball back after the Texans went up, Derrick Henry had like a 96-yard touchdown run. Right there, I thought the game was over. But then Deshaun Watson comes right back and finds Will Fuller for a touchdown, like a 50-yard touchdown or something like that. So, yeah, Deshaun Watson, If anyone doubted him, because I know there's been fans out there doubting Deshaun Watson, the dude is legit AF. I know some people like to blame Deshaun Watson for whatever reason. Oh, Deshaun Watson, he went 3 and out one time this game. It's his fault. Bruh, like, you cannot expect Deshaun to do everything. Deshaun Watson isn't the one that calls David Johnson handoffs for 1 yard on every first down. Deshaun Watson isn't the one that plays defense. Like, come on, man. Deshaun can't be forced to carry every single week. That's just unrealistic. At some point, other players have to make plays as well. And I'll give credit to Will Fuller. I'll give credit to Randall Cobb, Brandon Cooks. They all made really, really good plays. Even Darren Fells made some plays today. I'll give credit to J.J. Watt, Bradley Roby, Justin Reed blocking a field goal. So I'll give credit to some players, but everyone else was pretty much non-existent, and especially David Johnson. Tennessee coming into this game was one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, and David Johnson did some more of David Johnson. Jesus Christ, dude! David Johnson is so bad. And honestly, I was calling it the whole off season that he was gonna be bad. He did not fit the scheme, and he was washed up. And that's what he looks like. He is slow, not explosive. And, I really wish I would have been wrong for the sake of the team. But, it is what it is, I guess you could say. Now, A.J. Brown, by the way, he was not in. That shouldn't have been a touchdown. But similar to the whole going for 2, not going for 2 situation, they would have had one more play left. And the way the defense was playing, they were going to score regardless, so I really don't care. And I feel like today you can see why the Texans needed Benardrick McKinney. They didn't have anyone up there in the middle of that defense that could, stop Derrick Henry. That guy was usually Benardrick McKinney. Zach Cunningham was not up to the task. Neither was Tyrell Adams. They needed McKinney. The only guy I really saw making plays against Derrick Henry was really J.J. Watt. Everyone else was pretty much kind of there. I think I saw P.J. Hall get a nice little play there. I think Ross Blacklock got a TFL on a screen that was intended for her that went to Derrick Henry. But other than that, the defense was god awful. It was atrocious. The offense, it started off ugly, but it picked up, man. I'll give Tim Kelly, I guess, some credit there, but he does need to get away from the David Johnson runs. Bench him, man. He is not good. Yes, he had 1 or 2 decent runs, but out of how many carries? 15. Duke Johnson had 3 or 4 decent runs out of 6 carries. That just tells me that Duke Johnson should be the primary back. I guess credit to Tennessee. They won the game. Like I said in my prediction video, I thought this game was going to be a fun one. A shootout between Deshaun Watson and Derrick Henry, and that's really essentially what it turned into. But I did have a feeling that the Texans were going to win this game, and they did have plenty of chances to win this game. They kept the game close, but keeping a game close doesn't cut it. You're 1-5. Your season's over. And I've been saying the season's over since they lost to Minnesota. And honestly, if I would have known that Bill O'Brien lost the locker room before the Pittsburgh game, then I would have said the season was over there. Because coaching matters. The Titans have a coach. The Texans don't. Simple as that. Which is why I 100% believe that if you're a Titans fan, enjoy it. Enjoy the season. Because next year, when Deshaun Watson gets Eric Bieniemy, or, whoever in the world he gets, whoever you guys want, whoever you guys think is best for Deshaun Watson, it's over for y'all. You guys are not going to beat the Texans anymore. Think about it. You were at home. You were playing a 1-4 Texans team who had no head coach. And you needed overtime to beat them. Just wait till they get an actual coach. It's game over. It's game over. So for all you Texans fans that are saying, Bill O'Brien set the Texans back 40 years. Hell no. Hell no. He set them back 1 year. That's it. This year is going to be ugly, but the Texans will be back next year. 100%. Deshaun Watson's a natural-born winner. That's why the Texans were in position to win today. And that's why a coach like Eric Bieniemy is going to choose the Texans over a team like the Falcons. Oh, but the Falcons have a first-round pick. Okay, but the Falcons don't have Deshaun effing Watson. So, yeah. So I gotta say, I mean, it was a boring game at first. Fun game in the second half. I will say that. Because the first game, or the first half, was all Tennessee. The second half was back and forth. And, I guess, as a fan of football, because that's what I am, that's what I want. I would prefer the Texans be in competitive games, make the games at least fun to watch instead of, snooze fest, So, I mean, at least the game was fun, I guess you could say. But, yeah, that's all I really have for you guys for today. Comment down below your opinions on the game. And, yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.